We've all seen our dogs do quirky, sometimes confusing things, from sneezing in the middle of playtime to licking other dogs' pee. Yuck! But here's the thing. There's always a reason behind these behaviors. Dogs don't just do things randomly. Their actions are deeply rooted in instinct, biology, and their unique way of communicating with us. In this video, we're going to uncover the real reasons behind your dog's most puzzling habits. Some that will make you laugh, others that will probably surprise you, and a few that might even change the way you interact with your furry friend. Have you ever wondered why your dog places their paw on you, especially when you're just relaxing? What does that sweet gesture actually mean? Stick around as we dive into that and more. 1. Why do dogs sneak those sneezes? Let's start with something that seems simple, but actually has a lot going on behind the scenes. Why do dogs sneeze so much? Sure, we might think it's just allergies or maybe a bit of dust in the air, but did you know that dogs actually sneeze for a variety of reasons? Yes, sometimes they sneeze to clear out irritants like pollen or dust. But here's where it gets interesting. Dogs often sneeze when they're happy, excited, or playful. Ever seen your dog sneeze in the middle of an intense play session? That's not a sign of sickness. It's their way of saying, "I'm having the best time ever." It's like an unspoken yay when they're having fun. But if your dog is sneezing excessively and the discharge is thick or bloody, that's when you should be concerned and take a trip to the vet. Remember, sneezing might just be their way of saying they're in a playful mood, but it could also indicate something more serious. 2. The fascinating mystery of head tilting. You know that adorable head tilt your dog gives you when you call them? It's almost like they're trying to process the words you're saying. But why do they do it? Is it just a cute trick or something more? Experts have a few theories. First, tilting their heads helps dogs hear better. By adjusting their ears, they can fine-tune the sound around them, almost like adjusting the volume on your stereo. It's their way of getting the best possible reception. Another theory is that dogs with longer muzzles tilt their heads to improve their field of vision. They're basically getting a better look at what's going on. Whether that's your face, a toy, or something rustling in the bushes. And here's a fun fact. Studies have shown that smarter dogs tilt their heads more often, especially when they recognize specific words. So next time your dog gives you that adorable head tilt, they may actually be trying to understand what you just said. 3. Yawning. Not just for sleepiness. You might think dogs only yawn because they're tired. But just like with humans, yawning in dogs can actually reveal a lot more about their emotions and state of mind. Have you ever noticed your dog yawning right after you do? Turns out, this might not just be coincidental. In fact, dogs are so in tune with their owners that they tend to catch yawns from us more than from strangers. This is an indicator of empathy. Your dog may be mimicking your behavior because they're emotionally connected with you. But yawning isn't always about bonding. Dogs also yawn when they're stressed or anxious. For example, if your dog yawns at the vet or during a thunderstorm, they're probably trying to self-soothe and calm down. A yawn can be a sign that your dog needs a little reassurance. So, the next time your dog yawns, take a moment to think about what they might be feeling. It's their way of telling you whether they're content, stressed, or simply mimicking you. 4. What does it mean when your dog puts their paw on you? Here's one that's probably super familiar. Your dog placing their paw on your lap, your hand, or even your leg while you're just chilling. It's cute, right? But what does it really mean? At its core, this is a way for your dog to communicate with you. When your dog places their paw on you, it's not just for attention, though they might want belly rubs or a snack. This simple gesture is often a sign of trust and connection. It's your dog's way of saying, "I feel safe with you and I trust you." Dogs might also paw at you when they're feeling anxious, like during a storm or when loud noises scare them. So, if your dog reaches out with their paw, don't ignore it. Give them a scratch or a reassuring word. It could mean everything to them in that moment. 5. Why do dogs lick other dogs' pee? This one is probably the most puzzling and gross of all. Why on earth do dogs lick other dogs' pee? Well, there's actually a fascinating, if somewhat gross, reason behind it. Dogs have a special organ called the Jacobson's organ, which helps them detect pheromones. When a dog licks another dog's pee, they're gathering a wealth of information about the other dog, their gender, their diet, and even whether a female dog is in heat. It's kind of like a doggy social media profile, just way smellier. As strange as it seems to us, this behavior is completely natural for dogs. It's how they gather information about their environment and other animals. So the next time your dog licks another dog's pee, don't be too quick to judge. They're just gathering some intel. 6. Why do dogs destroy things? When you're not home, ever come home to find your dog has turned your house into a war zone? Shredded furniture, chewed up shoes, and a general sense of chaos. It can be frustrating, but here's the thing. Dogs don't destroy things just to be naughty. There's usually a deeper reason behind it. For one, stress can be a major factor. Dogs might chew or destroy things as a way of coping with anxiety, especially if they're left alone for long periods of time. Separation anxiety is one of the most common causes of destructive behavior. It's their way of dealing with the stress of being apart from their beloved human. Another reason could be boredom. If your dog isn't getting enough mental or physical stimulation, they'll find their own fun. And unfortunately, your furniture might become their plaything. With proper exercise, mental stimulation, and structured boundaries, you can help prevent this destructive behavior. 7. Why do dogs shake? You might think dogs only shake when they're wet, but actually, dogs shake for a variety of reasons. It's not just about drying off. For example, when they wake up from a nap, dogs often shake as a way to stretch and reset their muscles for the day. But shaking can also indicate excitement. Have you ever seen your dog shake right before you go for a walk or when they see their favorite person? It's their way of shaking off the excess energy before something exciting happens. However, if your dog shakes because they're nervous, say during a trip to the vet, that's a sign of anxiety. If you notice your dog shaking along with other stress signals, it's important to be understanding and calm them down. Dogs have their own language, and if we're paying attention, we can decode it. From sneezing and yawning to pawing and shaking, every behavior has a purpose. By understanding what these actions mean, we can connect with our dogs on a deeper level and improve our bond with them. Next time your dog puts their paw on you, remember, it's a sign of trust. It's their way of saying, "I feel safe with you, and I need a little comfort." Your dog sees you as their safe haven, and that's a pretty beautiful thing. So, What did you learn today about your dog's behavior? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more dog behavior insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.